Hey, what's up, everybody? We are the hosts of a new podcast, Little Pink Pod. My name is Ellie Denike. I am originally from Ohio, but like all of us here, we live in Nashville.
My name is Ty Schwegman, and I am from Indianapolis, Indiana.
My name is Hunter Chetnik. I am from a small town outside of Chicago.
And I'm Lauren Longo, and I am from Long Island, New York.
Okay, hey, this is so awesome. I'm just gonna say, recording a podcast, we've been talking about doing this for over a year, and so it's like really weird that we're doing it now, and it's slightly awkward, but we're just gonna get into it.
We're getting into it. We've already developed some of our first haters, some who didn't have too much faith in us, but you know what? We're here now, and that's all that matters.
We're doing the damn thing.
We're doing it.
Doing the damn thing. Okay, wait. Do we want to talk about where the name Little Pink Pod comes from?
Yes, we do.
About that name.
Yeah. So Ty actually doesn't know.
Yes, I'm not sure what.
He's just here.
I
He's
just
just here for
was told to
vibes.
come here, and that's what I'm doing.
So Little Pink Pod is a play on a TikTok account I made when I was literally a senior in high school called Little Pink Mike.
Go follow
the TikTok account little.pink.mike, spelled M-I-C. Okay.
Isn't that how you spell Mike?
I think that's how you spell Mike.
Okay, but not like Mike, like the name.
I don't think
mean?
anyone
no one
thought that.
It's all
Okay,
right.
you'd be surprised.
Keep rolling.
It's my TikTok account. Thank you.
Okay.
Anyways, so yeah, I started this TikTok account with my good friend when she was a junior in high school and I was a senior in high school, and we started interviewing random people around our high school, and some of those videos are still visible on the TikTok account. And then it turned into like a vlogging TikTok account with like really, really bad editing, and it was like the best joke the best running bit I think I've ever come up with.
I did some of that editing.
No,
You did a lot.
I haven't gotten to that part yet. So then I came to college, okay, and I was like, Lauren, because Lauren was my freshman year roommate. Yes.
Aww.
Yes. Love
So
Lauren. Yes, Lauren, my freshman roommate, yeah. And so I was like, oh my god, I eventually have to tell her about this TikTok account, because like everybody from my hometown that I was friends
Did
with
I
knew about it.
know about it before we like moved in together? Did I kind of think I followed it like before.
You might have been
did
a
you?
day one fan.
even-
You could have been a day one fan.
Wow.
That's possible.
I was, guys.
That would be, yeah. So anyways, it got time to like do Vlogmas, and I was like, I can't do this by myself, because before that I've been doing it with my friend. And so Lauren graciously hopped on the account, and here we are.
She carried a lot. You know, since we were starting this pod the other day, I was stalking Little Pink Mike just to see how it was.
Our digital footprint, what it looked like.
Yes, it's pretty entertaining. Nice little throwback to last year. I was only really in maybe one episode. But,
Actually,
you know,
I've never
my
seen
friend-
it, but I was in that one episode.
I was literally in the
Yes.
background of like.
I did not
I
know
was
that.
like, well, yeah, I was barely in it.
That was when we were taking that test, right?
Yes, so everyone was in it, but at that time, like, we weren't the closest of friends, I
We
feel
weren't.
like, so I wasn't, like, throwing a camera in their faces to put them out on
Yeah.
social media. I do remember that.
We all
But it's,
knew.
like, a bunch of me and Lauren and some other people that are no longer in our lives. Hey, but that's okay. That's college. That's living in. That's
Side
growth.
character.
So
Things happen.
Things happen, and it's healthy. And we'll get into that later in this episode. But yeah, so anyways, we decided we were going to make a podcast. And,
We thought the name. We were thinking of calling it Little Pink Mike and like keep going with it, and then we were like, guys,
Little Pink Pod.
Little Pink
That just
Pod.
makes sense. But then we realized that, like, I don't know how I didn't pick up on this earlier, but, like, if you should, like, abbreviate that, that's LPP.
Little PP.
Little PP.
It's a little PP podcast.
Please don't call us that.
Hey, actually.
that'll hurt our feelings.
That's
Ew,
all Hunter
baby.
has been calling us, though. Is little PP. That's
That's
all
true,
he's
that's true,
called
that's-
us. So
all of our notes, I just write Little PP, just a little
If-
abbreviation.
If I'm being honest, I don't know if this episode will ever see the light of day.
You know, it could happen, but we gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Very true.
Haters
Haters.
listening, they might be in the room with us.
We're not sure.
Anyways, yeah, and we also had a running name for a while. Little Pink Pod came
2 days
Like,
ago.
2 days ago.
What was the name? I don't remember, but I remember
wow.
talking
Logical
about
Nonsense
Logical
101.
And he calls himself a host on this.
Yeah,
pod.
literally.
No, he's just here. He's here for
Yes.
vibes, but he's like been here since day one, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He didn't know the old name. He doesn't know the new name.
was-
it. But I
called
remember
Lo-
editing the old name, and you guys
Logical
were not a
Nonsense.
fan
We
of
were
it.
Yeah.
kind of trying to work on the little
101?
logo.
I like the neon light, but nobody else
It-
did.
it-
So
Hey, I also like the neon light. I just didn't like the way you did it. So
okay, that's fair.
I logged into Canva the other day, like in class,
Did
to
you
do
see-
something. Yeah, and I like saw all, and I was like,
Oh, throwback.
forgot about that.
You know,
throwback.
we gotta get back on it to make a logo
Yeah,
for
we
this
need a-
one. Little PP.
We
Just
need
kidding. Just kidding. Don't call us that.
Don't call us that. He takes it very personally.
Very personally. That was a little too. That was a little.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Nothing. Let
Little
me
too-
take a sip
little
of my
too
tea.
Don't put that in.
The way you just slurped that made me severely uncomfortable. Okay,
Sorry,
wait.
sorry.
What all did we want to talk? Oh, we wanted to talk about. Okay, so we're all sophomores in college, and we just finished our first week.
Of sophomore year. And we've gone through a whole year of college already. So there's been a lot of learning. A lot of growth. As what was that reaction?
Sorry, no, keep going, keep going.
A lot of growth throughout our first year of college. I mean, it's a big step for anyone. We're all from pretty far away. None of
Got a
us
lot
are-
of Midwesterners though.
We do got a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
Midwesterners.
3 of us on here.
Hey, take the
Yeah.
L, Lauren.
4.
3 on here, and then
From
Our
3 different
assistant.
states.
everyone else.
And-
Yeah.
oh.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Basically,
Don't say I'm a Midwesterner.
Yeah, he's from the south. So off camera, we have 4 of our friends who are
Yes.
watching
We got the
this
production
right now.
team.
Production
Yes.
team, get into it.
And how many more Midwesterners
Should we
do have?
introduce our
We have-
Yeah,
production
I
team?
guess we can. We can introduce.
We can introduce. They
5.
sure.
Oh, you want
You want to be in it?
Or do we talk about them?
Let's start with
Okay.
our
Oh.
amazing producer. His name is Jackson, and he's comfy laying on the ground right
He's
now.
not getting up.
You'll see him one day, maybe.
He also edits it, so that's
he's-
really huge.
He's our sound guy. He's our IT guy.
And he's not from the Midwest.
He is from Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta,
See, I
Georgia.
was just about to say he's from Louisiana, so that's
Close.
We got some snakes in
We're not sure.
Sorry.
He may be
I
from
don't know why I
Louisiana,
thought
but
that,
we're not
but
sure.
no, I do know that you're from Georgia. And then who else we got in here?
We got our music guy. His name is Zach. He's from Illinois.
He's a
He's,
hater.
he's also our biggest
He's our
hater.
biggest hater, but we're gonna
But you
prove
know what?
him
We just
wrong.
wanted to prove him wrong, and we're doing good.
That's the only reason we're doing this. To
The
prove
music
him.
guy. We'll give him a real title eventually. He's from Illinois, and then we got Amelia. She's our assistant producer, and she's also from Illinois. Do you want to pop in the cam? Because I know you want it.
She really wants to.
She needs a moment.
The only person.
Good morning.
Put her on the mic.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's 5 p.m.
And then last but not
Wait,
least.
me and Hunter were hometown friends. Just want to share that
She
off.
needs
So
it.
true.
Someone take the mic from her.
So
give
true.
her- what
This
does
is
he
why
give
she doesn't get a mic.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Miss Amelia.
No, you introduced how they two met.
Sorry, yes, me and Millie do go way back since 5th grade.
Wait, didn't you guys used to date? Or am I
Yes, you guys
making that
did date.
up?
5 months.
And Millie forgot.
Yeah,
They
That's such a
dated
long
for
time.
5 months.
we did back in the 5th grade.
Yes.
Broke up with him on National Boyfriend Day 3 times.
Yep. Yeah, I texted her. I go, "Hey, are you okay?" And she goes, "Who is this?" And that crushed my little 5th grade heart.
Oh my
So much that I
God.
don't even like women anymore. So much.
It's so true. That's awesome.
much.
A loss for women.
Look what you did to him,
everywhere.
Millie.
Everywhere. What'd you say, Ty?
I said, look what you did to him, Millie.
Yeah, seriously. So sad, so sad.
That's a good idea, though. Like, how did all of us become friends?
We'll get there.
Wait,
We'll
we
get
didn't
there.
introduce Madison.
Yeah,
so
so guys, we have
yeah.
one more. Last but not least, we have our PR and marketing director.
Yo, get into it.
Madison.
Get into
You want
it.
to pop in the cam?
Yeah.
You want to pop
Do you
on
want
a
a
mic?
Oh, sure.
Hey guys, what's up? We're gonna get this podcast sponsored. Don't even.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Our Miss Northern Virginia is gonna carry us all the way.
Yes. We're gonna do a whole episode interviewing Madison because her entire story is just so interesting.
It is lots of lore. Oh, do we,
We do
have,
have
lore
quite the lore.
for you?
Let's start with it.
It's me.
So with what?
How it ended, and then we'll get to where it started. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, well, now we're going all over, but yeah, obviously we all met last year.
Yeah. Great statement of
But-
We all met when we moved here together.
Are we gonna?
Me and Ellie were roommates
Yeah.
last year, so obviously that's how we met.
Yeah.
And then there was
We had a mutual friend. And we got introduced to Lauren, and then we got introduced to Ellie.
Through
and then-
Lauren.
Through Lauren, and then we just became a whole big squad. And then the rest of us, like me and Jackson, go way back. Me and Jackson are the core of this function.
Yes.
And then
The
roots. Yeah.
Yes. I met Hunter on move-in day. I was trying to get my bed set up, and he walked in my room and stands awkwardly in the corner.
You know,
And I'm like, can
just
somebody
wanted
get this
friends.
weird kid out of my room?
I just wanted friends. You know, it
Yeah,
happens.
she's bossy.
I was just trying to make friends.
But look at us now.
Look at us now.
Wait, I'm sorry. I never heard that story. So just to recap, you wanted to make friends, so you showed up in some random guy's room.
Well, he knew
It was
Jackson.
Jackson's room.
Jackson. So the producer and I were roommates last year. Well, we still are this year, but we were in the same room last year.
Ty and Hunter were suite mates last year
Yes.
as well.
Halfway through the
Well,
year.
eventually.
True.
We love you, Nash.
Oh yeah.
I know you're watching this.
Nash was the fourth of their quad.
This is Ellie back.
Who?
Hey Nash, if you're watching this, my name is Ellie. We used to be really good friends, and I'd love to get back to that place. So hit
She
my
misses
line.
you. She misses you lots.
Hit my line.
But when Nash left the school, I moved in
The next day.
the next day, and the rest is history. And then
Maybe the same day, but
They wasted
cloudy
no time.
memory.
wasted no time. We pulled up the WAG.
Wag.
The WAG.
The listeners, hey, or viewers, depending. The WAG is a portable wagon that like folds
All
up.
wagons are portable.
Okay, thank you. But this one is like a travel wag, okay? You can like fold it up and like put it in your car, like anything like that. And my mom got it for me because she's like, you're gonna need this. And I was like, no, Mom, that's so
Oh, it was
embarrassing. And then it ended up being literally all of our saving
Mm-hmm.
graces last year. And also so far this year has
Yep.
come so in handy.
The WAG is a staple of the group.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, go.
I'm in the
No,
process of getting my own wag.
Oh, now we'll have two WAGs.
Exactly.
Dueling
That's
wags.
gonna be crazy.
Exactly.
Dueling wags. No, it came in really handy for groceries for
When you moved in.
my move-in.
The most stuff I've ever seen.
Taking
know-
out the trash, I think it will definitely be helpful.
Oh, that's good.
because
That's true.
That's annoying as shit.
True. You know, this is a good topic we got on. Things that really you wouldn't expect you need in college, but
Kind of do.
College necessities.
college necessities. A wagon.
A wagon.
Get it, buy it right now. You know what I don't like though?
What?
Hot take, possibly.
Ooh, we could do hot takes.
We can do hot takes.
What?
Britas. I don't like them.
I'm like so on board with that.
Yeah,
actually.
there's
No, I don't
nothing
get
great
it.
about them.
We barely used our Brita last
We
year.
barely used it.
I gave mine
Barely.
away.
You know, Zach used his Brita a lot. I felt like I never did. Yeah, it was more inconvenient than anything. I'd just rather buy a normal water bottle.
Well, I just wish we had a water filling station outside our room like we did last year.
See, I didn't take advantage of that. I should have.
Oh, I sure did. I pretty much exclusively filled up my water at our water bottle station, either in the lobby of our hall or like on our floor, because it was so much easier than having to fill up a Brita in a bathroom faucet.
Because it's so tiny, the faucet.
Filtered water is harder to come by in college than you'd think.
Yeah.
Also, ice. Don't expect to ever use ice again.
Well, that's
No.
the only time I used the Brita was to fill my ice maker.
Oh, fair.
Which I guess that was a college necessity for Lauren.
Oh yeah.
She got like
I
a
love
little ice maker that sat on our fridge, and that was really
that's
helpful,
cool.
I think.
Still have her.
Not
Yeah.
the trays.
I just bought this little ice tray, and it makes baby ice cubes, like little tiny nuggets.
I also have
Little
one of
tiny.
I saw that in your fridge. Yes,
Yes.
I love it. I can't say I love it because I haven't used it yet, but it's like really cute, and I want to love it. So I think I will.
I've actually never used mine ever.
See,
So
twins.
I've never made an ice cube.
It's just been
Breaking
never
news.
once, never
news.
once
I
has she
don't-
made an ice
I
cube.
don't drink ice, or I guess put ice in my drinks.
Happens.
Like if I go to like a fast food restaurant, I am that person that's like, hey, can I have no ice in my
Oh,
drink?
so is
Because
so
it
is
waters
mine.
it down. So I'm very much not an ice drinker.
What if it's ice water?
Well, that's
Like,
Do you like ice in your water?
I guess,
I
like,
can't get water.
if I'm gonna go do some sort of physical activity, there's nothing quite like an ice cold water.
Hey, I got
So,
ice. I got ice in this.
In
From-
that tea.
From the loudest ice machine I might have ever heard in my life.
Downstairs.
Ellie's fridge is like no other. I swear an earthquake is happening
It's like-
every time I use it.
It's like you turn on the trash.
the
like
garbage,
the garbage
disposal,
disposal.
but it's on the fridge.
There's
Yes.
truly no fear like going down there in the middle of the night and trying to like pour yourself a glass of water or like get ice, which I don't really do.
But
But
when it
it's
shakes-
so loud.
Shakes the entire house.
Yes,
so
the entire house is shaken by this, or is shook, I guess, by my refrigerator, and I just don't know what to do about
I
it.
think I had an actual reaction to that fridge. Like
So
I
it was
did-
jumped.
visceral. He jumped
So did
back.
Frank.
Oh wow.
Frank jumped too.
Frank! Oh my
Frank.
gosh, wait, we haven't said anything about Frank.
Frank, our mascot.
Our mascot. Frank is my cat.
Yeah, go find.
Respect
It's
her
a girl.
pronouns.
Frank.
Frank is
Millie's
a girl.
has had an issue with calling Frank him.
I don't know.
She
Around.
She's probably downstairs, I feel.
Our assistant
not gonna be
doesn't
able to
respect.
she frolicked into Ellie's room a little bit ago.
Our assistant does
I
not
love a good
respect.
frolicking
Yeah.
cat.
She's like jumping.
Yeah, so
She just
I
gets
have a cat.
confused.
I adopted her. I love my cat. However, I will say, if you're a sophomore in college, I don't recommend adopting a pet because, like, she does dictate my entire life, but like in the best way possible because I love her.
For
She's
example,
like,
she's getting spaded tomorrow.
yeah, no, she's going in.
Spayed.
She's going to the
Spayed.
vet tomorrow morning, so I have to get up and take her to the vet at 7:30 in the morning.
Where do you, like, where
It's
is it?
in Franklin, Tennessee,
Oh.
so it's
30
gonna
minutes
be a good
south.
trek.
Morning
But like
traffic.
I love my cat.
Are there no
We-
vets here?
So there are. I just didn't go to one.
Oh.
I went to one in Franklin, and for
Logical,
why,
you know
I
what
don't
happens.
know.
Logical nonsense.
Logical nonsense
Logical
101
nonsense.
back in the day. Throwback.
TB.
But yeah, so Frank, we found her in East Nashville over the summer by a Kroger.
Oh.
And she, did you find her?
Yeah, medicine is.
Yes. My
She's
baby.
Does she wanna? Does she want
Oh
some
no,
mic
Medicine's
time?
allergic
Camera
to
shy.
cats.
Oh, I'm so good. It's okay.
Wait, are you actually allergic to cats?
A little bit.
Yes, this is my
fact.
baby.
Frank.
Yes, Frank.
Such a cutie.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's going towards Jackson.
She has a crush on
We might need to
Jackson.
meet
She has
this.
a crush on Jackson. It's a little awkward. We don't need to get into it, but it's
No.
okay. Anyways, Frank doesn't have eyelids. Fun fact.
My
I
goal.
did not know that.
Yeah, she does not have eyelids. Hunter, what were you going to say?
I said my goal is to make her blink. I just need to see it happen one day. I'm just scared her eyes are just gonna become like little raisins. Because I don't understand.
Like shrivel up?
Like shriveled up little raisins. So who knows?
God, Jackson.
Oh, Jackson.
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, Jackson.
Oh.
Here she goes again.
Frank is aroused in a very uncomfortable way
Frank loves
by Jackson.
We might need to.
She
And
just
it's like
gets-
really uncomfy.
You know,
actually.
this will be over tomorrow. One more day
Yeah,
of
but she's
this
getting spayed, and hopefully she'll no longer have that part of her
personality.
personality.
She likes to become
It
in
won't be
heat.
awoken every time
will
he
no
comes
longer.
into my house, and that would be great.
He's just a cat whisperer, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank.
Oh, girl.
Oh no.
Don't unplug it.
Oh
I
no.
feel like I should clarify why I have a girl cat named Frank. Actually, no.
No,
I
you
don't
don't.
need to clarify
You don't
that.
need to clarify.
I'm such a firm believer that any name can be unisex if you make it. And so Frank is a girl, and appreciate it for
We
what
love
it
it.
is.
We love
Thank
it.
you.
You know. Ooh, excuse me. My tea is making me a little burpy.
burpee.
Gassy. You could have said.
You're always gay.
I'm a gassy guy.
What is that?
I kind of was liking the topic of things we didn't like need in college.
Oh, thanks, you do.
Some hot
Things we
takes
did-
of
things
college.
we didn't like.
But no, like things like
We needed
you need to bring,
that
you
you
need
don't
not
think about.
bring.
Oh, yeah.
Cause like to finish up the Brita, like I just feel like I just don't
Let me
get it.
circle back around.
I need to circle back around because when I was in high school, I felt like the number one thing I always heard was get a Brita,
Yeah.
and then I was just like, it's kind of inconvenient. I felt like, and because it still tastes bad, it still tastes like sink water. It's just filtered. Thanks, I guess. I don't know. I never used it. What else do you guys have that?
I totally, for some reason last year, did not think of lamps at all. Like, thank God your mom.
Oh my
is
God,
a
I
little
brought like
crazy.
5 lamps.
Yeah.
But I did not think of a single. I don't know. I just.
True.
Yeah. We
That
didn't
might
have
just be a me
lamps
thing.
either.
I don't think so because overhead lighting. Okay, Millie, thank you. Okay.
I was having fun.
I'm sure.
The overhead lighting in your dorm is going to give you a headache. So just like
It's like a hospital light. Never put the big
don't
light
put
on.
it on. It's
white
not the
walls.
vibes.
Find alternative lights. Oh my God, Frank. Get like, I don't know. Well, we're not allowed to have LEDs. So
Frank is causing a scene.
Frank is causing a scene. Oh no. She.
Is she?
Thank you.
Anyways, you know what I also really recommend getting for a dorm? I think a futon or some sort of couch is definitely necessary
If you have space for it.
if you have space for it, but you can figure it out.
Most people usually don't.
No, I feel like a lot. You just need to
put 'em
figure
under
it
their
out.
bunk bed.
There's always a way to figure out. I feel like, yes, we did have really big rooms, but like, it was just nice having a big place to sit rather than climbing up to your lofted bed. Because I
Very
I
true.
felt like at home I was always in my bed.
Yeah.
Moving here, I was like,
You can't
never
just
in my
sit in your
bed.
because it's hot, too
That's
high.
true.
it's too high. I mean, your guys' bed was like a little lower.
Yeah, we had like a mid-loft situation.
Yeah.
I did
But you
not
guys did have a
loft.
couch.
We
You
did.
did have a couch.
We had this couch. The one that we're sitting on was in our dorm.
Little pink.
I
Throwback
do-
too.
Yeah, I would just like to say though that like not every dorm is as big as that. So like I obviously understand if you can't.
Yeah.
But
But
if
like
you
at
can,
least
it's
some
like
sort
a-
of seating.
It's like some sort of seating, like whether that's like a little ottoman,
Or even
Yes.
a chair does the job sometimes.
a chair.
A chair would do
A
that.
chair would do the job.
so true.
But
You
I
want
mean, only
somewhere
one
to
person's
sit?
gonna sit.
Get a chair.
I try to avoid chairs at all
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah,
Or you
chairs
have a
are the
group of
worst.
People in your room and one person's gonna be seated.
Happens.
Here she comes.
Yeah, chairs are great. Chairs are great.
I've always said that. I've always said that chairs are
Don't
so
bring
great.
too many clothes.
Yeah.
That's-
Sorry.
I brought so many clothes
So
this year.
many clothes.
And then I moved in this year and I looked at my little wardrobe thing and I was like,
Where did it all go?
I agree.
I brought so much less and I don't even know how. Because I wasn't trying to. I thought I packed way too much, but
I brought
apparently I didn't.
7 IKEA bags full of clothes
Oh my
back to
gosh.
Long Island last year,
Oh.
and I only brought 4 back to Nashville.
That's impressive.
I know.
That's really impressive.
I was so proud of myself.
I brought 3 back this year, but I came with 4 last year.
I didn't go home, so
So true.
so
Well, don't
all
worry.
of my clothes that were from freshman year lived in Nashville all of summer because I didn't go back to Ohio.
I'll
I'd
be
also
here with
say
ya.
bring dress clothes.
Yes.
Like whether it's a suit if you're guys, or like slacks and dress shirts, like ties, like you're gonna probably
Tie.
need that at some point.
That is something I didn't think
I
about.
didn't think
Yeah.
about that initially.
I agree because especially if you're looking to get a job or an internship, you have to go through interview processes where like business attire is like just like one outfit would do the job. I do have a job where I have to wear like business casual, sometimes business formal type clothing, so I did have to increase that part of my wardrobe when I got here.
Yeah.
But it's really just like dependent on what you're trying to do your first year of college.
Also, possibly where you are.
Who wants to start?
Favorite side quest of freshman year.
Yeah.
Lauren, why don't you
Or-
start?
Yeah, you start.
Why? I was just gonna say I don't even know.
I'll
Okay,
go
well you
last.
can think on it.
Yeah.
Okay, can we like do like maybe 2 or 3 or
Just
something?
Yeah.
you can
Okay.
just name
I have
some.
Yeah.
I can start. Well, I know one for sure. One was last year, me, Ty, and Madison just planned a random weekend to Florida. So that was a fun little exciting trip. We just took out of nowhere. Yeah, we went to
Yes.
Tuckman Jam, which was
At
it was really
Floribama.
cool. It was like a festival,
It's like a music festival.
Riley
yeah.
Green Festival on the beach.
On the beach.
of Floribama. And we stayed in Madison's friend's condo.
Shout out to Anna Reese.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Mumtaz.
And we had a lot of fun little side quests throughout the trip as
So
well. 'Cause that was in like April, so that was towards the end of
End of
last
the year.
year. That was fun. And I feel like my God, we did so much cool stuff last
The
year.
TV show.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah.
Judged.
You want to explain that?
You'll never see it.
Like elaborate.
You'll never
It was.
It will never air.
It was a TV show. Yes, you'll probably never see, but if you do, check it out. It's called Judged. There were like 112 episodes of it, and so we were featured on 2 of
110
them.
and 111.
But basically, we sat in a courtroom, and there would be like dumb, like
Court cases.
court cases that people would have. My favorite was the first one, I think.
Yeah, the car.
We'll say it.
The car. So it was.
She's knocking
Yes, she's knocking on 18. So it was a girl who stole her mom's car 7 times and crashed it once into the car park.
It was like just a bunch of ridiculous
Carport, I
fake
mean.
court cases.
And the judge is funny.
Like I think the one after that was like this random guy was suing a stripper for stressing
Not
out her
taking his
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one could have been funny. It
That was
was
the worst.
it wasn't good.
The last one was good too.
It could have been a funny premise, but it just wasn't. That was a good one.
But that was a good day, and we got fed lunch and
We got paid for
we
it
got
too.
paid for it.
Yeah.
So it was a good day.
It was a good day.
That was a. I mean, I didn't think we would be doing anything like that.
No, I definitely was not planning to be on a TV
CMA
show.
Awards was probably the highlight.
Oh
I would
my
say
gosh,
CMAs.
Yes. Wait, did we all 4 go to the CMA Awards?
Yeah. And then
And then
yeah, Madison went too.
Madison.
Yes. Yes.
That was
a
good.
really interesting
That was,
situation.
yeah.
So,
I think that was my other
That
favorite
was my
side quest.
That was a good side quest.
Yeah.
So, for context, we all are studying things having to do with the entertainment industry. And so a lot of what we try to do in our extracurricular activities, I guess,
Outside of school and stuff.
outside of school, is we try to get involved in as many entertainment industry events as possible. And obviously, living in Nashville,
There's a
a
lot.
lot of times it relates to country music, which is pretty cool. And so we all got to go to the CMA Awards, and we were seat fillers. So for anybody who doesn't know what that is, because I didn't know what a seat filler was.
I did not either.
Lauren, did you know what a seat filler was?
None of us really
Sorry.
knew
I'm
I'm
Wow.
trying
Going
to.
wild.
She's playing with the wires, so I'd rather her play with my bracelet than the wires and accidentally
That's true.
break
Right.
one.
I
don't know
had
where
a
she just
thing with
went.
cat toys for her, but I don't know where that went.
Oh,
I haven't seen
oh my
that.
Oh,
gosh!
Frank.
What are you
Oh,
doing?
she,
dude?
she was like, put me on camera.
Frank
bitch.
wants to
wants
be
to
on
be
the
on
pod.
Frank, sit.
Why'd you grab her like
She's
that?
not a
Frank,
dog. This is a really cool opportunity. So seat fillers are people who you bring in to an award show who fill in the front rows where all of the celebrities are sitting, so that when the camera pans to the audience looks completely full. When in reality, celebrities are constantly
It's
getting
not.
up and walking either
lot
to
of
the
times,
stage or they're
yeah,
about to go
drink.
perform, they're getting a drink, they
Going
have
to
to
the
dip out
bathroom.
early, any of that type
Most
of
of the
stuff.
time.
So seat fillers just come in and they stand in the back of the room, and then when a celebrity gets up, we as a seat filler get directed to their seat, and we just sit there until they get back to make the audience look pretty full. And so we got to do a couple of different cool seat filler
Very cool
gigs
ones.
this past year.
And if you get lucky, they won't come back, and you just like get to sit. in
You
So
get
the-
to stay
true.
for the
Yeah,
rest of
So
the show.
I was
Rows.
sitting like 5 rows into the CMAs the entire time because nobody
You didn't
showed
get
up
to-
to
you
my.
didn't
I didn't
move?
move the
I
entire time.
remember
so
that.
nice.
I was sitting with members of Morgan Wallen's team, which is kind of crazy. And I was just sitting there the entire time, and I got in, and I was doing it for free. So
Yeah, all these are free too, which
yeah,
is crazy
which is
to believe.
crazy because
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
are other people that are in the audience that are paying like
Hundreds
hundreds
of
of
dollars.
Maybe even
hundreds of thousands of
$1,000 to be on the
dollars
floor.
to be in this room.
And we have
We were
way
on the
better
floor.
And
seats
we're
than
Yeah.
them.
I'm like sitting next to like Kelsey Ballerini, and I'm doing it for free.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
And certain ones of these are paid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the TV show one was through the seat fillers too.
Yeah, so that was definitely a really interesting side quest. That was actually Lauren and I's first night in college.
Mhm.
We went and did an award show. What was
The
that one
ACM
called?
Awards.
Yeah, the ACM Honor Awards.
Okay,
Oh, that's
yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't do that one.
Yeah, so that was like
Yeah.
I was sitting in Lady A's spot, and then
Yeah.
they left. So I was there the whole time. I was behind Clint Black and his
Yeah.
whole family.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I was sitting front row. Like, I was
Yeah.
sitting front row because I was sitting
Yeah.
in Breland's seat. And so I was like
And then he
sitting
got
in the
an
same
award.
row as Tim McGraw and Faith Hill and their 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I got moved a little bit later and I was sitting right behind Chris Stapleton. At the time I
Yeah.
didn't know who that was, which is kind of actually, do I want to admit that online?
Probably
No.
not.
Okay, cut that out, Jackson, please. Thank you.
I think you should leave that in. I was there, but I paid for a ticket.
You were there?
I was there. I was right behind you guys in that
The
section.
ACM honors?
Oh, I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Wow, the first one I did.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the thing.
We should
It was
probably
the
turn it
People's
back
Choice.
on though.
That's the first one we both
Madison,
did.
would you mind bumping the fan back on? I think it was on for an hour.
The first one I did was the People's Choice Country Awards, and they
That was a big deal 'cause
immediately
it was
sat
the
us.
first one ever.
Yeah, it was the first People's Choice Country ever, and like they immediately put us in the front row, and we weren't there long, but we were holding seats for
Winona Judd. and-
Winona Judd and
Kelsey
Kelsey
Ballerini.
Ballerini. Yeah, it was really cool. And then like,
So we're gonna try and do that again this year.
yeah, because that should be coming up again soon. And then, oh my God, CMAs was like, me and Ty, I feel like especially were all over the place. Like
Where?
we were sent all over the place
For the CMAs.
for the CMAs.
CMAs, yeah. I sat Luke Combs' spot next
we
to
sat
Morgan Wallen.
we sat behind Matthew McConaughey.
We did.
The craziest the what? Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. The
Did not
craziest
get to
part
see Nicole Kidman.
when we were sitting second row behind Matthew McConaughey, I turn around and I just see Nicole Kidman, and I'm like, hello.
I was in Keith Urban's seat.
Wow.
Towards the end, I actually sat on his tissue.
Oh, hey, that's awesome and slightly nasty.
You should have taken
I would've
it.
made a killing on eBay.
I was thinking the same thing.
What?
As seat fillers,
Lenny Wilson.
they were basically treated like property, which sounds really bad, but it's like because you're not the main focus. You're
Yeah.
supposed to literally just sit there.
Blend in. They're like,
and
we're
be
all
a
black.
body. Yeah.
Don't talk to them unless they talk to you.
But I've noticed that the artists have treated
Yeah.
Yeah.
me very well.
They're super nice.
Every time
But
I've sat next to them.
I just felt it wasn't my place to like knock a tissue on the ground, so I just kind of like
That's
sat in
fair.
front of it. It's like okay.
Yeah, happens. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
that
when,
was
they,
really
when
cool.
they get back to their seats, it's sometimes awkward because you're sitting
They're
there.
like, hey.
And then, like, because they feel bad, like, just being
Kicking
like,
you
"I'm
out."
in this is my seat. And even though they know that's your job. But I remember Corey Seager, who, I don't know if you guys know, but he's a baseball player that just won the World Series. He got back, and he came from behind me, so I didn't see him. He's like, excuse me, man, this is my seat. And I was like,
I know. Sometimes
"Why?"
I'm like, do they know? Do they know that the seat fillers are a
Oh,
thing?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
Probably
don't-
not.
I guess
I-
it,
well,
I guess
I
it
hope
depends
so.
on if they've been
Well, I
to
think,
an award
I
show
think the
before.
artist,
Yeah,
like, I
true.
don't think he would have known, but like when I sat in Luke Combs' spot, his wife was asking me all about it.
Yeah.
And so like she obviously knew.
Well, I
'Cause
was
she's
talking to
known
one girl
for a
too. I think her husband was like, I think he was like some producer or something. He was up for like an award, but he was gone for a while. So I was just sitting next to her, and she was telling me a ton. And she was saying how she's been to CMAs a couple times before, but like the year prior, they just did like big tables, like, and it was like a dinner, so that there were no seat fillers, so they weren't
fun.
used to it. So yeah, yeah, they weren't used to the seat fillers, but that was towards the end of the night, and then I ended up staying there the rest of the night, so it was kind of nice. I was sitting kind of behind you, I think. You were
Were
by
you?
Kelsey Ballerini, right, towards the end of the night.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
also all over, but I was by Kelsey Ballerini.
Yeah,
twice,
because
in
I
two
remember
different
seeing
spots.
you the back of your head,
Mhm.
the little bow.
And then Chase Stokes gave me a dirty look.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, I sat next to him.
Oh my gosh, wait, I just remembered my favorite side quest.
What?
I went on Good Morning America.
Oh,
Oh,
so
that was
true.
that
That was a
that
cool
day.
one.
Yes, it was okay. The same day that I went to the CMA Awards was I got up at 4 in the morning and I went on Good Morning America, and Laura Spencer, is that what her name
Yes.
is?
Yes.
Laura Spencer gave me a hug, and that was pretty cool.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it was really wild. I had a
Truly.
great time. And
That's cool.
that was a really interesting. Like what? You're like a freshman in college and you're on Good Morning America, and for what?
I cried.
She did cry.
I
It's
cried
true.
out of jealousy.
That's super
She
cool.
did. It was.
A
I
fun
got
little-
back. Yeah.
Fun little side quest, a very small side quest, was me and Madison going to the CMAs.
Oh yeah.
We Ubered there, and we're like trying to find how to get in because it was like so many of the roads were closed, and like there was only one entrance. And we're just wandering around, and then we just look, and Jelly Roll is just driving his convertible.
Driving his boat,
Yeah, with Bunny,
his wife.
and we were like, is that Jelly Roll? It was just like so random. Yeah, so we had to run. Yeah, that was funny. We've seen like, and was it at the end of the CMAs
We saw Brett Young.
Saw Brett Young and Lady A.
Just walking
Oh,
down
yes.
on Nashville. Yeah. That was cool.
We saw just a random handful of people throughout.
Yeah.
There were so many ones that we're definitely forgetting about. Just
I know.
throughout the year.
Like when I went home, like my family would ask like, "Oh, did you see any like celebrities?" And I just like blanked because I'm like, "Did I?" They were. Let me tell you.
I actually, so I don't know if you realize this, but you gave me all of the Post-it notes from our door. and I
Yes,
put
that was
them
my favorite
on
part of your room, I think.
My closet door on the inside.
Oh
so they're
my
still up and
gosh.
continuing
Wait.
the
That's
wall.
cool.
Explain the sticky
Yeah.
notes.
So, like we mentioned before, quite literally, our first night in college, we went to the ACM Honor Awards. It was like,
Hey,
that was our first before classes.
That was the first day of
night,
class.
Our first
Yeah.
night ever, we went and saw
Carrie Underwood,
Carrie Underwood.
and a bunch of others at the Opry.
Yes.
That was like our first night there, period. And then our first night, like, of
This is
classes.
the first day of school.
Yeah, we went to the awards show, and then we just kind of decided to start we put sticky notes on our door, and we wrote down every single celebrity that we had seen. Was it perform?
Sorry, I got
Frank is
distracted by
distracting.
Frank. I'm really sorry, but say that again.
Was it? I think it was like every artist that we had seen perform live.
Yes.
Yeah. So we had.
They had a lot.
Yeah,
They
we
had a
had.
lot
It was
going.
crazy. It was like over half our door.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
it almost fills one entire little closet door.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
It was
it's a
cool.
lot.
I heard you say Kelly, and that reminded me of another story.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson.
Yes, we did another one. It was called Christmas at the Opry.
In like
It was in like October.
Or,
Yeah,
early
September, October.
Because they have to pre-film all
October.
of it
Yeah.
and edit it and put it all together.
Yeah,
before
so they filmed it really early. We had to like,
It was the third, and the music video was the third.
yes, because you couldn't go to the second one.
Who was right?
We didn't go to the second. Oh, that's another side quest. But
Fighting.
yeah, I'm just getting yelled at.
But no, that one was really cool because like it got to be Christmas in October. We had to like dress up, and like Christmas clothes.
Wait, that's so cutie. I want to do
It was
that
fun.
this
It's like
year.
I
it's
know.
like boiling like
Hopefully we
90
will.
degrees outside, waiting outside the
I'm so
Opry to be
jealous.
let in.
Wearing like full on
Well, I mean, that's
dress.
kind of
We had to dress cold because it's supposed to look like it was
Yeah.
Christmas.
the New Year's
And then-
Eve ones. That's kind of what we had to do.
Yeah,
It was
that's
still
too.
hot out.
But then we like went into the Opry and it was all decorated in like Christmassy and it was really cool. And they don't usually tell you like who's gonna be there. You just kind of go, and boom, Kelly Clarkson is just like on stage, and we were like, hello, like it was so cool. And then she performed and stuff, and Winona was the host of like Christmas at the Opry, and then there was a bunch of other artists throughout. So that was a really cool night. It was just fun. Like just want you to sing along to like Christmas songs, and yeah. Me and Ty got cut out of being
Yes,
on
we
TV,
did.
but Millie made it.
We were not good enough.
But you know what? I made my TV debut at New Year's.
Before Ty and I really knew each other that well, we had been like hanging out in big group settings. New Year's Eve came around, and we had all been doing filmings for the New Year's Eve special for what was it called?
Like bling parties.
Nashville Big Bash.
Yeah.
Nashville's Big Bash. Okay, so New Year's Eve, I'm
We're
sitting with.
exposing all their secrets. That it's not actually live.
You gotta flip it.
It's good now.
I think most people know that already.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, no people
surprise,
didn't.
Shoddy. Part of Nashville's Big Bash is not live. Some of it is, but some of it
Some
is
of it
not.
is.
Most of
And
it's
so
not.
like the individual little concerts with all of the different artists, those are pre-recorded. Unfortunately, sorry, we didn't sign anything, right? No, we didn't sign any NDAs.
Did we?
No, we didn't. We did not.
No, we didn't.
So
We did do that.
Hey, Millie, fact check us on
no,
that
we just couldn't use our phone. We couldn't share before.
But the Eventbrite things, I don't know if it ever said like you're not allowed to
Oh, wait.
talk about it, but like you're not allowed to post till it airs. You're not allowed to talk about
You
it.
Yeah.
get- we had to say I accept 70
I think it was
times.
till it
Yeah,
aired.
Didn't
so
read
we're
anything.
gonna
Lock your
we're gonna look
phones
into that
up.
one. But
We're not
anyways,
sure yet.
The funny thing about this is that Ty went to so many of the pre-recordings, like the tapings
Almost
for
every
the
one, I
literally
think.
almost
Every single one of them.
That I remember sitting on New Year's Eve. I was with my parents and we were watching the Nashville Big Bash because they knew that they were going to see me in a couple of the clips. And literally every time they would flash to a new artist, I'd be like, oh, there's Ty's head. Oh, there's Ty's head. And so by the end of it, my parents could identify Ty's head. And they were
Yeah.
like, who is this guy?
Yeah, the back of
and
my
I was
head.
like, no, it's like my friend Ty. And they're like, why is he in every single clip?
He's
and
bar
I was like,
hopping.
he literally
yeah.
was he,
Back and forth too.
back
In
and
every
forth.
clip, wearing different clothes
Yeah,
too.
he
Wearing
was
different-
wearing
yeah.
different clothes.
A quick
You could
change.
see the back of his head, and I was like, "This is so crazy right now," because they hadn't met Ty, but like by the end of it, my dad was like, "Oh, there's
There he is.
Ty."
Well, when I met your mom, she was like, "Nice to meet you. I've recognized the back of your head," and I was like, and that's before I knew any of that.
yeah.
I only went to one bling party. I'm definitely gonna do more this
And,
year.
and he
I
went to
only
the
one.
worst one.
Wait, we didn't explain bling parties.
That was the Bailey Zimmerman.
Bling parties are basically they were the pre-recordings for their Nashville's Big Bash. They were at a bunch of different bars around downtown Nashville.
Broadway.
You just
Broadway.
kind of go and pretend you're having a great time and
Yeah.
pretend that
But
the
a
They
lot of
give you
times
New
they
Year's
are.
stuff. You do like a countdown. It's literally
Yeah,
like New
confetti.
Year's just in October, November.
Wait, Lauren, you should tell the story of the one that we went to together that was super secret and what
Yeah.
happened with our parents.
Oh god. Your parents.
My parents. Well, your mom was a part of the story too.
Yeah, but okay. Basically, we had done a couple of these, and this I vividly remember because it was like me, Ty, and Madison on the steps, like waiting, talking during one of the bling
Oh.
parties, and a couple of the like staff comes up and is like, "Oh, you're not gonna want to miss this. Like, you should come to this one. I'll get you tickets." So next day we went. We were like, "Oh, who wants to come?" Yeah.
The Morgan Wallen one.
And Ellie had not gone to any, but
Way
I
to
was like,
spoil it, Hunter.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, Loki,
that
Ellie, I can probably get you there.
Just turn his mic
So I tell Ellie, I'm like, okay, here, scan this, get the ticket. This is what you have to wear, whatever. We're going to like the bridge building.
Right on
That's
the
all.
river.
Yeah, that's all we know. We don't really know anything else. And so she's like, okay, cool. I'll sure. And then she like realizes afterwards that we don't really have any information. And I guess she told her mom that, and then
Yeah.
Mrs. D just kind of starts freaking out, and
Okay,
she kind of
yeah.
just assumed we were going to be sex trafficked.
I did not know this.
I mean, that
didn't
is
either.
Wait, I feel
in
like
her
should-
words.
should
That
I
is
tell
yes.
the other perspective of this.
Why?
Like
What's the other?
what I told my mom.
Why? What did you tell?
Sorry.
Why am I getting punished?
Sorry.
What did
Ellie just killed Jackson's ears.
What did you tell your mom?
Basically, I was just like, "Hey, mom, like, guess what I'm doing?" And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm going to a random location that is I cannot
Undisclosed.
disclose to you." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "I have to wear a certain amount of like a certain type of clothing."
Certain amount of
certain type of clothing. And she's like, "What?" And she's like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "I'm just going to this thing called a bling party." And she was like,
Okay, now I
And
understand
she
where
was like-
she was coming from, but
7 of them.
No, like I told her that my friends had gone to them, but she's like, this sounds really sketchy. And I was like, no, like, mom, trust. And she's like, who's the artist? And I was like, I don't know,
don't
but I had to sign a lot of paperwork saying that I wouldn't tell anybody once I knew. And then we get to the venue. And like my mom is like, well, like keep me updated throughout the night so like I know you're safe. And they
Yeah.
end up taking our phones.
so that's one thing. They have the little like magnetic
Phone
phone
locks.
bag things, and so I guess I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah,
And we
no.
were just
So
like,
Lauren
oh.
didn't tell me that that was gonna happen, and so we get there and they like take my
My bad.
phone, and I'm like, well, my mom's gonna lose her shit, and so
Luckily, I had my Apple Watch.
Lauren had her Apple Watch
getting
on, so
called.
Lauren is sending messages to our mothers in our shared group
In the
chat,
group chat.
being like, hey, they took our phones,
but we're fine.
but we're
we are
fine.
okay.
My mom is freaking out, and come to find out, the reason why everything was so secretive was because it was
Morgan Wallen.
Aired on TV.
it was gonna be aired on
No.
TV.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why.
That too, Ty. That too.
He thought he got
That
it.
too.
They were all. I think they were
But-
all on TV.
Yeah, but it was Morgan Wallen. It was extremely secretive. I think there was only about 200 people there, and it was in like a larger location. It wasn't even like
was.
But
as
that's-
private or like as
And that's
I don't know,
how
I guess,
we
like-
all got invited to the CMAs.
Yes.
That's what led to that, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
True,
the
I forgot
CMAs,
about
that
that.
wasn't like a. that wasn't a.
Because
no.
we were so willing to go to this bling party where they took our phones, told us what to wear, didn't tell us who it was, told us we couldn't talk about it. Because we were so just willing and, and like we cooperated properly and, whatever.
We listened to everything they told
So
us.
awful.
I wasn't even there.
Guys. But
Yeah, Hunter was not
they
invited.
gave us, they told us, they gave us
Yes.
the tickets for the CMAs.
Yes, and that's how
Okay.
we got CMAs. And then they came back. They're like, guess what? We got invited to the CMAs. So I filled that. I filled that form out.
Yeah,
He
we
filled that
I
form
filled
out.
that form out.
If I'm being honest, I feel like this is actually a cautionary tale. Like,
I was just
don't pull up to undisclosed locations
So
where you have
true.
to like sign a bunch of paperwork and then like be told like they take your phones. Like,
But if you
don't
do, it
that,
might be
but,
a great
like,
time.
Yeah.
But not.
You
It
could
might
be
be all
invited
worth
to
it.
CMAs right after, or it could go another direction.
Yes.
I did.
So take the chance.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, right. To all my
high
college
five.
students out there, I would say get to know your campus security and
Real good.
real good, and what policies they have in place so that you can stay safe on your campus. And
Put their
in
phone number in
town.
your phone.
This wasn't on campus though.
It wasn't, but like they
I-
get
And-
like the cops.
And we would not
number.
have been able to call 911.
I high-fived Morgan Wallen.
That's pretty cool.
Exactly.
He was eyeing you.
So yeah, it's like, there's plus sides and there's like
He
downsides.
asks us what we would do if we found a dead body in our hotel room.
Thank you.
I would like to challenge that question. How long would it take you to find out that you had a dead body in your hotel room?
Not very long.
I feel
Are
like
you
pretty
kidding?
quick. Depends.
It'd probably smell.
Where do you?
Yeah, I guess that is true.
Ty has some really good points.
It depends on how they were killed. If there's blood
Chairs are great.
everywhere,
Chairs are great.
Chairs are great. Get yourself a chair.
You know, if I was to find that in my room, I would number one ask, how didn't someone find it before me? Like the cleaning lady or something.
this question's weirding me
What
out.
would I do? I would run out and cry
He
probably.
would run away.
He would cry.
He would.
He'd break down.
I'd
into
call the
tears.
police.
Good start. I would say it wasn't me.
Yeah, I would do something
didn't
to
do
make
it.
sure they know it wasn't me.
I
Yeah.
would like start rubbing my hands all over it to be like, I didn't do it.
Check for
Right.
fingerprints.
Yes.
I think I would probably call the police first, tell the hotel staff second, and also then I would just stand there awkwardly and make really bad jokes about it because like humor is my coping mechanism.
true.
And so I just like I bet my one-liners would go crazy in that
I think it
situation.
absolutely would.
Like I think that would probably be like my prime comedy time actually.
Doing stand-up.
Yeah, so I'd drop a quick 15 on that. And then just,
guy sucks.
Quite awful.
like probably go into stand up a little bit. Actually, I did have some students the other day ask me if my plan was to go into stand up after college, and I think that's really funny and also humbling because
Students, as in, she's not a teacher.
Oh,
Her
right.
students.
Right. No, I don't have students. I am a sophomore in college.
You have or you
Is
am?
this your child?
No, sorry.
You.
She has a sophomore in college.
I have a sophomore in two more on the way, baby.
Oh.
No. Like I am a sophomore in college, but I was like a camp counselor ish to some students.
Yep.
was on
Yeah,
the
Doesn't make
orientation.
sense, but like we don't really want to give away personal details about our lives because I want to be cool and mysterious.
You were a leader.
She was a
group of
leader of the
people.
school.
Yeah.
We insert the picture of Ellie. Wait, can we insert the picture of Ellie? The two old people that were on the school Facebook page.
That's such a cute picture.
Oh my God.
I was logging in to like do stuff for class and I was like, oh,
Ellie made
there she is. Glad she's living it up in Nashville.
That looks familiar.
I keep getting posted on random platforms that for our university that I like didn't even know that the picture existed. Like I didn't know the picture was taken. I mean, I did know the picture was being taken. I just didn't know it was being taken in that context. And so this keeps happening to me, and I would just like keep getting sent pictures of me on like Instagrams and Facebooks
It was
and
all
like
over.
portals online.
It reminds me of the time that you came to Long Island and then we were at the Arboretum and the old people offered to take a picture of us.
Yes, no,
But it was a really bad
So true,
picture.
true.
Sorry,
people
I just got
makes me
old.
people love to take pictures of us, Lauren.
I have a story that's kind of relating to Millie's murder question. Just
uh-oh.
quickly. I'm bringing it back. Don't worry, I'm bringing it back. But this was like not that long ago. I think couple of weeks ago, right before came back.
You found a dead body in a hotel?
No, not in a hotel.
That's crazy. Not in a hotel.
But I was driving home from Target with two of my friends and, just listening to music. And all of a sudden I like see just a body in the woods. And I'm like, hold on.
Is this back home?
Yeah. I was like, hold on, let me circle back real quick. So I just like pull into the nearest parking lot, do a little loop-de-loop and go back. And my friends are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, thought I just saw a dead body. Want to double check. As one does. So I pull up, not luckily, but like the person was right next to a traffic light and it was red. So I was stopped at the traffic light and right next to the person so I could see that he was alive, but he was not in fact well. Like he was kind of going in and out of consciousness. Oh. He was like trying to sit up and then like stumbling and just kind of, we weren't sure if he was like homeless or if he was sick or something. Like we were not sure. So we pulled into the parking lot right next door and just kind of, we're 3 teenage girls, so we're like, what do we do? We're not gonna like go out and check on this guy, but like, we're watching him try and stand up and he can't even stand up. So that was our first experience calling 911 and we had to wait like an hour for the police to show up and an ambulance.
You waited?
Yeah, they were calling us back because they took a really long time.
Why did it take so long?
This sounds like an episode of What Would You Do?
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah, I know.
You are the person in a horror movie
that would get killed.
That's
I know.
like, why go into the closet? Why look? You turned around.
We were locked in my car in a parking lot across the street. It's not like we sat with him on the side of the road.
True.
We just watched to make sure that he wasn't gonna like wander off, to make sure that the police knew where he was because it was getting darker. This was about like 8-9 p.m. So by the time they actually came, it was almost pitch black. So I was glad that we waited because by then you wouldn't see him. Like the police had called us back a couple of times because they couldn't find him. And so they were like, are you still kind of there? Like, where is this guy? And we were like, okay, well, we'll let you know. Like, we haven't seen any ambulances or anything come by. We saw some police officers, but they left. So.
Well, that's quite
nice.
That is
but,
crazy.
Yeah, that was my good deed for that day.
Oh, my goodness.
Potentially saved his life.
Hey, this was a great episode. Any last words?
Hippopotamus.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Any last words? No. See you on the next one. Leave any comments down below what you want to hear next. Thank you. Make sure to subscribe.
Wait, so you'll have a guest star next time.
Oh, we will have an.
We will?
Yes, but you'll have to wait and find out who that is.
Special guest next episode, so make sure to tune in. You won't want to miss it.
So true.
Peace. Little PP.
Follow us
Out.
on Insta.